Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Are you leading a healthy lifestyle? Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com, and founder of Team Power Blast. Also got an ebook out there that you can download for free to kickstart your day with an awesome workout and a lot of good mindset stuff. It's at myfitstart.com. It's all yours. So are you leading a healthy lifestyle? I just got done reading a blog post and I thought, man, this is perfect to share with you. As you know what? I say to myself, I am, and I know that you guys out there watching are. You probably know that you're going to do the basics, right? Eat fruits, vegetables, work out a few times a week, don't smoke, that sort of thing. Maybe even drink enough water, get plenty of sleep, limit your alcohol content. But while we're all comfortable just kind of classifying ourselves as healthy members of society, with maybe the exception of pizza night and donuts and going out for happy hour, there was a study done by Mayo Clinic that went through and said, you know what, only about 3% of the U.S. population really fits the category of healthy lifestyle, and that was kind of a little slap in the face. I'm like, okay. What's the deal with this? So I went in. I'll share some links with you in this podcast. I'm actually reading some information here right from my computer screen. But they did a sampling of about 4,700 adults, and they had some different categories that these people had to go through. But really, when they came up and said only about 2.7% of Americans actually currently lead a healthy lifestyle, I mean, that's barely bigger than New York City, out of the whole country. So the categories were exercise, diet, body fat percentage, and smoking habits. Those are the four things they looked at. And so in order to be considered healthy, and I had to do some more research on this a little bit, and I'm still a little foggy on a few things, but you can do some research too. You had to engage in moderate to vigorous exercise at least for 150 minutes a week. That's what each participant had to do. They had to score in the top 40% on the healthy eating index. What the heck is that? I'll tell you a little bit more about what I found out there. Have a body fat percentage of less than 30 for women and 20 for men, and be a non-smoker. So I did a little bit of research on the smoking stuff and the exercise stuff. I think could be easily tracked in the body fat, but this healthy eating index, I'm like, well, what is that? These people had to keep a journal for 24 hours. But I was just curious, I'm like, all right, I kind of blurred over on what this healthy eating index was. I kind of did a little search for it and went to some government site, and there were some charts, and I'm like, oh, what does that mean? But I came across a website down here you can look at, nutrition.org. I'll give you a little bit.ly link that you can go to. And there was a guy that kind of did a short video explaining in layman's terms what that meant. And you'll be able to go through and see as the piece of the pie, as they go through and kind of break down what that all means. And so I was like, well, gosh, there's got to be a calculator out there. I want to plug in my numbers and see how healthy do I eat. So I did find a calculator. I don't know how accurate it is. I'll post it here. I just found that it was getting to be a little time consuming doing some research for this podcast, but you can go ahead and do that. But I'm curious, as you look at those four factors, would you pass these tests? Or where do you fall short? That's kind of the thing to look at, and more important is what can you do to fulfill all of those conditions. And as I look through, I'm sure the eating part is definitely something to consider for sure. But a lot of times it's the exercise for people. So, when it comes to smoking, just stop. I used to be a smoker for many, many years, 2-pack a day, and realized that breathing became more important than anything, and it was just awful. So it can be done, whether it's hypnosis, the patch, cold turkey, whatever. Just stop. Get at least 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise. that can be a no-brainer if you just show up and do it. And I've got lots of tips, and I'll help coach you. There's a bunch of us Beachbody coaches that can coach you. But if you're just looking for like, what is that moderate to vigorous exercise, check out Beachbody On Demand. Get the year all access pass. Then you got all these different workouts where you can find the right one based on your fitness personality, your time constraints, your fitness goals, all that stuff. And if you don't want to stream workouts, you can also get one of our programs on DVD. Those absolutely rock. And many of them fit into the category of moderate to vigorous. So you can definitely get that in. Just follow the calendar. They tell you what to do. When it comes to diet, you can do your own 24-hour diet recall to see where you land on that healthy eating index. And you know what? If you're not eating the right portions, and that happens to me a lot of times, it's just to go back and get a set of those portion control containers. They came with 21 Day Fix, but you can buy them as a standalone. And follow that eating plan. Then you're going to get the right fats and the right foods and the right carbs, proteins, all that stuff, just to help you get on track. Measuring your body fat percentage, you can do that at home. There's little plastic calipers you can use to do that. If you want really accurate things, just suppose you can go to a gym or a fitness center or something and go into a water tank of something and get an exact displacement figure. But who needs to do that? You can pretty much ballpark that with those tools. But anyway, I hope this inspired you to check it out. I know it did me. It was like, well, gosh, if I say I'm doing healthy lifestyle habits, well, by golly, I am. And that's a great mindset to have. But if you want to actually meet the criteria, go out and do your own research. I'll post the links down here in the show notes. And please comment back with what your rating was or what your take was on it. And share with anybody that you know that might want to check it out, right? I do thank you so much for subscribing and liking and commenting and just giving any feedback. You absolutely rock. If you can head over to the iTunes store, look up Power Blast Podcast and give a 5-star rating, that would be awesome. You are the best. That's all I have for this week. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.